Hello YouTube! Today I'm coming from Bamban, which is a small municipality, a town about 90 minutes north of Manila here in the Philippines. And what you see there behind me is what's left, the remnants, the empty shell of one of the most famous pig butchering POGO scam compounds in the Philippines. This is now empty. The person who was in charge here was of course one of the key people. I think one of the people who really set this whole domino effect that led to the banning, the final straw that broke the camel's back, was Alice Guo, the POGO mayor. If you look her up, if you Google her, she was recently sentenced to life in prison for people trafficking and a whole lot of other very serious charges. She was the mayor in this town, and she was basically in charge of building this massive compound, and which was essentially a scam compound, as you've heard in the news. And I just wanted to give you a look at one of these places. You have probably heard about it in the news a lot. And there was, of course, also an Isle of Man connection with a pig butchering scam. Well, this is what one of these bigger compounds, this bigger real scam compounds looks like here in the Philippines. It's empty now. There's nothing left. They're all gone. But I just wanted to show you this, give you an idea of really the scale of, this is not just a few people in a little office somewhere. This is thousands of people. This is hundreds of millions of pounds going into really bad things. And it's a good thing that the POGOs were banned. So the Philippines, POGOs themselves were not a bad thing. POGO stands for Philippine Offshore Gaming Operator. It was essentially the equivalent of the Isle of Man's offshore gaming license here. It allowed you to run your website and target countries outside the Philippines, but it was meant to be for gaming, for gambling. And people like the ones who ran this and other criminals, used it as a cover for scams. Okay, this is how it got its bad reputation, and that's how we ended up with it being banned. And Alice Guo was the mayor here. This is the second time I'm here. I came here when the story first broke a couple of years ago to research, to get pictures for my articles. And it's changed a little bit. They repainted the town hall. It's no longer pink because Alice Guo is no longer the mayor, so I guess that's why. They erased all traces of her, of course. There used to be support messages for her here last time. That's all gone. And this just is this is probably hard to get rid of. It's a big, old skeleton of a building and multiple buildings. It's huge. Maybe they can rent it as office space or something. But basically, I just wanted to give you a look at one of these scam compounds, show you the scale of it, and show you that it's all gone and that, things are on the up. And hopefully many of the other scam compounds in other countries, in the Philippines, POGOs are now banned, that's gone. But it's still, of course, active in sort of Myanmar, Cambodia, but it's also cracking down there, which is good. This really has to stop. And they used gambling as cover for their illegal operations. And yeah, so that's really it. I just wanted to give you a look at one of these scam compounds so you have a better idea what it's like. I think this one was in some way connected to the Isle of Man shenanigans in some way. May not have been, but it's all the same. It all comes back to the same people at the top. Same very rich, very serious, very high organized crime. But this, is the scale that you were dealing with. So that was a quick look at, a scam compound, and hopefully these things will be a thing of the past, because the Philippines now has a much stricter framework. The people who were involved with most of these scams, they have been arrested. Many of them have gone to prison for a long time. And hopefully the future is a little less criminal and a little more compliant and better and healthier for everyone.